Hey, what's up? It's your boy Crab Cakes from Three Shades of Darkness, and today I'll be doing a complete review on 28 Years Later. Spoilers, by the way. So where do I begin? We'll start at the top. The movie I thought was good, but could have been better. There were some complaints, confusions. I see they're kind of scrapping the first and second one a little bit. As far as like the zombies though, zombies were cool. They were nasty, were disgusting, but they weren't, they didn't give me like the other ones, the same vibe the other ones they gave me. The other ones kind of felt a lot scarier than these ones. Not to say that they weren't scary, but it felt like they weren't really like zombies as much. They were more like mutants. I think they kind of like dived into the rage virus and a little bit more into this one. I guess there's like different variations as far as like there's alphas, there's, which they basically lead the pack, and there's like different groups of them, different variations. There's vat zombies too. They can't even run. They literally just crawl on the ground and eat bugs and everything else. It's pretty gross, but I don't know how they get fat, but I just know the fat ones don't run. They just crawl to you, which they're pretty easy to kill. So I'm assuming they get fat from overeating. I'm not quite sure. But the alphas are really strong. Like there's a part in the movie where they find a deer carcass and its head's been ripped off. You'll find that the alpha does that a lot in the movie, ripping people's heads off, just showing how powerful they are. The alpha is also naked, also the other zombies are naked. Everyone's naked, dick swinging, everything's out in the open. I wish there was more deaths for sure. I felt like there wasn't enough non-infected people dying. I felt like more of the infected people were getting killed with the bows and arrows and shit. But I don't know. There's nothing better than seeing like a zombie ripping somebody apart. You know what I mean? To really make you feel that like oh shit moment. But I didn't really get those oh shit moments. It wasn't until the Swedish military showed up in one part and they were being chased. But even that wasn't as gruesome as I would have liked to see, Now, everyone's talking about, what's his name? Oh, Jimmy. If Jimmy's in this one, I got bad news for you guys. Jimmy is not in this one. That zombie that we saw, the actor who plays that zombie is not even, Cillian Murphy. So I will say, though, that I think the reason why they brought that zombie in, and when they did bring him into the movie, if you go and see the movie, super, super random. He's just walking by himself. He's not even on a pack. But that's just their way of letting us know, like, hey, whatever version of Jimmy we saw before, forget about him. This is our way of like killing him off. But Murphy is actually coming back in the fourth movie, which is going to be called 28 Years Later, Bone Temple. And Cillian Murphy is going to be in that one. So what his role is going to be, don't know. As you get closer to the end of the movie, you'll also see like a group of Jimmies, the Jimmies. They're kind of like sick and twisted. They wear a cross, it's upside down. They're part of I guess you call them the Antichrist. But that kind of made the tone of the movie a little weird towards the end. They're doing backflips and ninja moves. I'm like, the fuck is this? Kind of weird. You know what I mean? They're swinging around. They got different ones. One guy got nunchucks. They're like ninjas doing parkour and shit. Like, if it was me, I wouldn't have put that in the movie. They really fucked the tone up with that. I didn't like that. As far as like landscaping and everything, that landscape was dope. It was cool to look at, but I just feel like they didn't really spend any time going through the cities or anything. It was more like through the woods. And then the son. So the son, in the beginning, the son goes on a hunt with his father, right? And then they go by themselves because they're on this little island, secluded. And there's this path that goes over to the mainland. Now, if you go through the mainland, if you decide, you have to pick the right times to go, because if you choose the wrong time, because it's on the water and the path is through the water, if it's high tide, then the path is covered with water. You can't even make it across, or the current will take you. So when they went across, Yeah, that's when you kind of get like an idea on like, you know, what kind of the zombies there are, the zombie types. Uh, you know, like just a little, gives you a little background on things, a little explanation. Now, when the boy decides to leave with his mother to find a cure, I just thought it was a little unrealistic. 12-year-old boy with his mother who has some dementia and, you know, she's super weak. She has a really bad disability, and you find out later it's due to the cancer. It's reached her brain. So that's why she's having like delayed responses and loss of memory and dementia. There was literally a part where one of those fat zombies I was telling you about was crawling, and the boy was watching over his mother. His mother fell asleep, and the fat zombie almost killed him. And it's like, if that 12-year-old boy can't wake up from a fat zombie coming up to him while he's sleeping, how the fuck is he gonna survive there by himself? He can't. You know, there's no way them zombies that are running at you, you're getting away from them with your mother with a disability like that. Just no way. It's not realistic. I would think they should have changed that part of the story a little bit. Maybe not have him go, just him and his mother. Just thought that was stupid. And during that time where the fat zombie almost got him, his mother woke out of her sleep. I guess for some reason, parts of her memory came back, and she remembered how to defend herself. So she grabbed the zombie's head, smashed the head against the cement. Mind you, she put like a bag over its head, you know, and then smashed him against the thing. But it was loud enough where I don't understand how that boy didn't wake up. And she damn near almost broke the concrete, the cement, the cement block that she smashed his head against. Like literally while he was sleeping, it was like next to him. So, you know, I don't understand that either. You come to find out that she has cancer, which is reaching her brain. This is after they found the doctor. The doctor was pretty, you know, he's a little different, weird. He puts iodine on his skin so that the zombies don't chase after him and stuff. I guess the virus, they don't like the smell. There's a part in the movie where one of the zombies, they were pregnant, and the boy and the mother and this Swedish guy that ended up coming to help them out, literally, they were on this like all broken down train. They go into the train, and one of them is screaming, the zombies, and she's pregnant, you know, and she's giving birth, and then what's his name? Spike. That's the little kid's name. Spike, the 12-year-old. Spike's mom is helping her give birth, which was really fucking weird. Pretty fucked up scene. The baby comes out. Now, the baby is normal. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, I guess they're kind of bringing back, you know, 28 weeks later when we had the girls that were immune. So if you guys, I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie, go check it out. It's really good. But I think that was their way of kind of bringing them back into the fold. You know what I mean? But in a different way. So the baby's immune, basically. They don't say that, but obviously, you know. So baby's immune, comes back. Now the 12-year-old boy is carrying around this baby, and he's got his mom on with him. Unrealistic as fuck. After like he meets the doctor and the doctor doesn't help him, the doctor puts him to sleep and lets him say goodbye to his mother. His mother and him and the doctor walk off. He comes back with his mother's skull, and then he puts the skull on top of the bone temple. It's like a monument of like skulls and stuff that the doctor has created. Where, you know, after he sees a dead body or anything, he takes them and then puts like this. It's like a temple. It's weird. And then you know, now it's just the boy. So now the boy tries to go back home to the island that he's on, because the doctor obviously can't help him anymore. The mom's dead. She passed. He takes the baby back and leaves it outside the barricaded island, and he takes off and goes on his own. You know, and that's crazy. How you survive on your own with just a bow and arrow and you're 12 years old. You kidding me? Like I said, that's where the Jimmies come and help him and do all this ninja shit and parkour shit and just fuck the tone up of the movie. Like I said, I didn't dislike the movie. Just, it could have been better. Could have been way better. But yeah, hey, thank you for tuning in with the Stage of Darkness. I'll see you again. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.